wouldn't mind if we start a couple minutes early. Because I kind of just want to get started. Hey, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday live stream. Trying to figure out what I was into today, and the answer is very simple. I want to continue our hardcore run of Grim Dawn here as our Ritualist. I want to see how far we can get without dying. We have beaten the base game already. We have 2 expansions ahead of us, and then, you know, potentially elite difficulty and ultimate difficulty as well. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Your agenda is Pelveni Caribbean cast 14-year-old. Damn. My agenda today is to clean up the Pine Barrens, which we actually didn't do when we were going through the main quest. And I just noticed we had a few quests in our sidebar. I'm like, let's clear those out, and then we'll start on the Ashes of Mammoth expansion proper over here. Because that would be kind of lovely. We got some subs and resubs that came in right before the stream started. Well, actually, so far it's Yondar who's going to be joining us again on Saturday. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, let's get going. It's going to be more of a casual stream today. Part of the reason I chose this is actually because I don't necessarily have to talk continuously because my throat's a little bit sore. Been doing some extra recordings. Played a great board game last night with my buddies online, but that meant we were chatting late into the night. I played Ark Nova for the very first time. Great board game. Holy cow. I expected it to be good. I didn't realize how good it turned out to be. Definitely looking forward to playing that again. So yeah, a little scratchy in the throat. So we'll try to manage that a little bit and see what we can do. Hardcore character and content you don't really know. Is it really casual? Yeah. I mean, the expansions I don't know as well as the base game for Grim Dawn, but we'll see how it goes. For those of you who haven't been here, Grim Dawn is my favorite action RPG by far. Diablo 2 was excellent. Really like Last Epoch a lot, although I'm still waiting for it to kind of get a little bit more kind of sturdy and stable, because right now it's a little on the rough side currently, but looking forward to them probably getting a lot stronger. But yeah, Grim Dawn I like really a lot. There was an update for Last Epoch today. I did dabble with it a little bit, but there's still some things that haven't been fixed that I'm waiting for. So I'm happy to be playing more of this right now. This is our pet build. We are in Grim Dawn, just like in Titan Quest, which came before it. You pick 2 classes. We are Necromancer Shaman here. We are going to be heavily pet focused. Actually was thinking I might have done a little bit of a respecking today, just move some points around. But once you unlock the expansion content for Ashes of Mammoth, the respec person actually moves from Devil's Crossing over to Coven's Refuge. So the respec witch isn't in Devil's Crossing anymore as soon as we open that barrier, so we'll have to go there, but that's fine. But as I said, when we were going through the main game, we had sidestepped Pine Barrens because I was trying to get to Homestead by the end of one stream, and I forgot about going back to it. So we're going to do that now. Because of level scaling, the content here is still going to be perfectly appropriate, which is nice. You may remember this area as we need to use 3 dynamite over here to clear this area to be able to get into it. We talked to some peeps over here. They are representatives of the Black Legion, I believe they are. So we're going to get some Black Legion rep doing this, which is great. We have to go over here, kill some manticores. And then we got some follow-up quests that we didn't do. So we had done those before. We managed to sneak that in, but we didn't do any follow-up quests. So all I did is I came back in, walked over here to the sort of secondary zone, the shaded basin over here, and to continue the follow-up quests for this. And actually, very conveniently, the thing is, we've got a couple of quests to do over here, a couple of things to kill. There is, and actually, you can see on the minimap here, there's a cave entrance. However, there's also an unmarked cave entrance. The unmarked cave can spawn in a few different random spots. You want to do the unmarked cave, because if you go into the marked cave, which is where one of your quests is, you'll only be doing one of the 2 quests. Where if you go into the unmarked cave, you can do one of your quests here, and then from here it connects to the regular cave, so you can finish things off. So got very lucky that I found it right away. Another couple of things beforehand. I did go and realize that, for our factions, for Homestead, we had hit Respected, and I hadn't actually checked the faction vendor for that since we hit Respected. And there were 2 blueprints that were useful to us that I'd forgotten to check about. The first one... Oh, yes, the first one was our relic here. So the relic that we had in this slot was just the one that we got from the one quest that gave us like a I don't know, 5% to all of our base attributes
Hey,
or
Quill,
something.
pay attention.
It's fine, but unremarkable. But we're able to get the blueprint for... Hey, Bildo, thanks for the sub. We were able to get the blueprint to craft Hysteria from the Homestead faction vendor, and it's swell. It gives us some health and defensive ability. Good to stay alive. It does include a bonus to all pets, percentage health and attack speed, which is always very nice. In addition to that, it gives us an extra pet summon. It summons a crab spirit. So it's another permanent pet. So we're currently rocking 4 permanent pets right now. The, what's this thing called again? The Blight Fiend? Yeah, the Blight Fiend, the Briarthorn, and then we've got 2 temporary pets, or 2 pets from items, the Crab Spirit, as well as the Blighted Rift Scourge. We also are packing a handful of skeletons currently. I'm going to be looking to put some more points back into there. We had the skeletons maxed out for a while, spec'd out of it, but it's time to get back into it at this point over here. So yeah, picked up that item. Also, from the same vendor, was able to pick up the recipe for the Solar Belt, which does give us +1 to all skills in Shaman. Not really, it's not like a god tier item, on the basis that I rolled the glacial modifier here, which I guess maybe this item can only have a prefix, not a prefix and suffix. And so yeah, most of these stats don't apply, although it did have Aether Resistance and Chaos Resistance. I actually crafted 2 of these Solar Belts. So this one here just had, it had the armor percentage increase, but I think that the resistance here, oh, it had defensive value as well. But I feel like the resistance is probably better. In any case, it gives us +1 to all of our shaman skills, which is nice. Also, the lightning bolt, 10% chance on attack, which it's not going to be relevant. So yeah, it's not really god tier. We can make another version of it. I don't know if you get it from the same vendor. It might be, but there's a level 50 version as well. I think it's like solar waistcoat or something. Unless that's a chest piece, I'm not sure. But yeah, anyway, we'll take a look at that. So that's basically it. I just did a little bit of hunting around beforehand to do some prep work, and other than that, we're okay. How far are we into the game? So we have technically beaten the base game main quest here, although I'm back in the base game to clean up a couple of side quests we didn't do, but we're just at the start of the Ashes of Malmoth. Well, both expansions haven't been touched, really, other than I got the Rift Gate. So we're gonna go and clear this little area, clean some quests out of here. There's gonna be some follow-ups as well that we'll do. It's gonna be very handy. If assuming I'm right that it is Black Legion, I think it is. I don't know what their vendor rewards are, but it is nice to get some extra rep. Hey, Dan, thanks for the resub. 2 years. So we're going to, again, with our character build right now, we mostly just hang back. We occasionally cast our Ravenous Earth, but we're just using that to proc a devotion skill that we've got. We only got 1 point in Ravenous Earth. It doesn't really do much by itself, but it can proc a centenary skill. And that's it. We're just letting our minions do things. We're resummoning things as need be. We can put down our, what's it called? Wendigo Totem to provide some extra healing during a fight. Although we only have a couple of points in that right now, so that's not actually that relevant currently. So yeah, that's basically it. I can order my pets forward if need be by giving them the pet attack command. I do have skeletons, right? I have 4. Not seeing them right now, but they must be just being messed with the melee. Oh yeah, there are a couple of skeleton archers there. Yeah, they're just so tiny compared to my other pets. They get lost in the noise. We do have a pretty big crowd right now. Well, 8 pets. We actually could have quite a bit more if once we reinvest back into our skeletons. Because even without anything fancy gear-wise, we should be able to pack, what, 8 skeletons? So we should be up to 12 pets once you get that back. Yeah, you're right. The Wendigo Totem always does 2% health. It's the flat health that scales up. So it still helps. Although it's possible that what I should be doing instead right now is putting a few more points into Heart of the Oak for our Modrigan's Pact, which generates, like, that's my aura, and the Heart of the Oak gives health and health regen. Oh, a bunch of my pets just died. I gotta remember, this is hardcore mode. I want to have conversations with chat. There's old Bloodbriar that we're trying to kill from one of our quests. There you go. But yeah, I gotta remember to, there's only a limit to how much I can watch chat and not die. Resummon our skeletons again. Good, good, good. So yeah, we kill that one. And then we drop into here, which this brings us on into the main cave, where we have to kill someone else. And there's another shrine here for us for a devotion point, which is great. We got some spawns behind us. It's a little scary. I'm just gonna hop out, pull back a little. Mages are main interesting skeleton. They're quite nice. I don't know if there's anything you can do to like increase the weight of them showing up or anything like that. My minions still clearly need some resistances. They are getting obliterated by some of this stuff. But that's to come. We'll get more and more gear with more and more resistances on it. And it'll go a long way to helping our minions stay alive. Disagree, Black Knights, crossbowmen are better. Always nice when... disagreement, I'm not being sarcastic. I was about to say, it's always nice when Twitch disagrees about something. That's not being sarcastic in this case. Sometimes it is. In this case, it means most likely both are very viable, but maybe for different reasons, or, you know, marginal differences and things like that. That tends to be a good design when, like, you keep going back and forth between two things. That tends to be a good sign that there's something that's not right. We got Ungoliacs? I don't know. It's a big spider that we're here to kill. Just hold him back. Ravenate's Earth. Recasting the totem when it's off cooldown. Just checking that none of my skeletons died or anything else. I'm having to scan a lot of parts of the screen with this build right now. I gotta check my pets up here. I gotta check my skeleton there, and check the totem cooldown. And then spam some right clicks. I don't know, like, when I see one of these guys low, I don't know which of the four it is. I'm like, I'd have to look at, like, the picture and then try to map it here. So I just mash all four keys in one click. All right, so that's you taken care of. And we get ourselves another devotion shrine. There we are. Now, I don't know, are we working on a constellation right now, or are we due to start a new one? Oh, we can start working on the Staff of Ratosh. Excellent. So yeah, we're going to do that. Give me defensive ability and my pets as well. And that's it. This is like a very defensive tree for both myself and my pets. And here, even more pet damage. It's going to be lovely. Yeah, I've got the cuts made for Grim Dawn. They will go live on YouTube at some point. I'm not always super quick about transferring those. But yeah, I'll try to get them over there. I mean, it's, you know, extra content's extra views. So I definitely want to get them over there. I'm just not always quick about it. Mostly because usually after a stream, I'm just burnt out and want to get away from the computer. And then I forget to do it later. I think... I don't know if we need to get out the other side of this. Oh, that's going to be a dead end. Well, we may as well navigate it. I can't remember if there's anything else left in here. Other than return. Well, the other thing we could do is recover the lost cannons at the conflagration. That's something right by Homestead. Although if we're going to do that, we would want a lot of ethereal resistance. And currently, I think we're in the low 2 digits. 33 right now. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. Resummon you. We got some monster and frequent thrown in there. Resummon you. I don't even think the Bone Slicer is something I'm looking for. I think it buffs one of our Necromancer skills, but not one of our pet skills. It's not something I'm actually interested in. Got another monster hero. I think we are hated by, like, beasts and stuff like that, so I'm assuming arachnids count as part of that, but maybe not. I was going to say, maybe that's what's bringing extra hero units our way, but I'm not entirely sure. Dead spiders here. Jeez. All right. Hop out. Where are these guys? We move. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to teleport to the Pine Barrens Rift, turn in those 2 quests. We'll get a follow-up, and then we'll just go back to our personal portal. So our Bloodbriar is gone. Bunny, Black Legion rep, good. Gloomweaver's no more. And then, yeah, we only get the 1 follow-up, but that's okay. We'll just pop back to our personal portal and push them a little further. Very crowded map here, which I like. The Ember Effigy doesn't boost any skills that we care about, but... Weird little audio thing there. So we're looking for one of these crossings to be open. Again, there's some randomness. Oh, I will remind you, if there's some weird background noise or anything like that, interruptions, we've got some workers in the house doing a renovation upstairs. And so occasionally that noise might come through on the microphone. I can hear some banging right now in the background. So we'll see. It's mostly if they're having to do like drilling and stuff that it gets really loud. Okay, minions, you good? Yep, good. And yeah, I forgot there's another devotion shrine here, so definitely worth coming back and doing these side areas. Boom. And level up. Let's put the next devotion point in the Staff of Ratosh here. Get a bunch of Aether resistance for myself and my pets. Maybe we are going to go and do the conflagration. I don't think I can get to where I'm going this way. No, that's a dead end. There's a corpse there. And a little glowing one. I thought there might have been a lore book or something, but no. Kill them all with fire? Well, if we were a different class. There's some fun, fiery stuff in this game. What is this ring? Apothecary's Wisdom. Okay, it's not for us. Still was hoping we'd land a marrow band somewhere. It's a blue item, so it's unique and epic. But it's not something you can farm. It's a completely random drop. Can't remember everything it does. I know it boosts our skeletons a bunch. So I think I've got to come around here and go up on that bridge. Mortars are life. Yeah. Skeleton's back. All right. We gotta kill Blood Feast the Ruthless at Tyrant's Hold. Tyrant's Hold is where we are, but I think we have to go inside. We should get a star marker coming up here soon. I think. Lore book. Let's read those. By read, I mean we're gonna click on it for the XP and then ignore the text. It's Diablo 4. No, you can tell by how far we're zoomed out that it's not Diablo 4. Sorry, hold on. Wait. Look, now we're Diablo 4. Excellent. Oh, wow. I've got no field of view. Diablo 4 is okay. I'm not just trashing on Diablo 4 for no reason or anything like that. The beta anyway, it's all we know so far. It was perfectly fine. But I do wish we could zoom out more. Feels too constricted. Some people do play these ARPGs zoomed in. You know, from this to Path of Exile to whatever. Some people really like to play zoomed in. And I mean, admittedly, it lets you see the visuals more, but no. So I guess we don't get a star marker for this at all, which is interesting. This is a dangerous domain, so there's a modifier. Our damage is decreased, but we get extra armor. Lord retaliation damage. Well, we don't do retaliation, so I think that won't be too much of a big deal. It's not hosing any of our actual resistances or anything like that. Did a lot of things off screen with the Diablo 4 beta necromancer. Oh man, my sorcerer with the chain lightning. Yeah, the chain lightning just kept going off screen and presumably killing things that I never saw. Minions took a huge beating there. Oh, I didn't actually spend my skill points. Let's go... Okay, actually. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get a point in emboldening presence, since, as you can see, I have so many modifiers going on. 1 point turned into 5. So that was worth getting. But then, yeah, now I'm gonna max out the skeletons so that their base stats just get better. I want more skeletons, but before I want more skeletons, I want them to be sturdier and more damage dealing. Yeah, these are level 46. Yeah, okay, so the fact that regular mobs are 2 levels above me means that when we get to the boss, they're going to be at least 4 levels above me, which is a little bit scary. don't get is how blah the Diablo 4 skeletons look compared to other stuff in the game. Some people were unhappy with the look of the skeletons. I did see threads about it on Reddit, but other people are like, I like them a lot. To me, the skeletons were fine. It looked like they were intentionally designed to stand out from other enemies and things like that, for visibility. You know, so some people are bothered because it's like, it's not the same sort of consistent look, which is I mean, that's a valid sort of opinion, but to me it was fine, and I thought there was fairly clear which ones my skeletons were and whatnot. Lore book. Oh, level 49, this hero. Okay. We're gonna have to be a little scared of what might be waiting for us at the end of this dungeon. No paladin or holy warrior in D4. Yeah, I guess that's true. Was there in D3? I mean, D2, I know for sure of the paladin. I'm trying to remember D3. I was never into playing the paladin. The other one I was never into playing as much as the assassin. A crusader in D3. Okay. Which is interesting because when I play actual D&D, including like when I've done some of my personal runs of Baldur's Gate, I quite enjoy playing paladin in there. But for some reason, in ARPGs, that doesn't entice me the same way. Well, I mean, I guess I've played the old man paladin in Path of Exile, but it feels different in there. Mostly I'm playing it so that I can do like crit build. Okay, so Tyrant's Hold. I think this place is a place that's a little tricksy because there's a doorway here, but I think we want to push past it. Yeah, there you go. Now the star just appeared on the minimap. So I think the guy we're here to kill is not through that door. It's very easy to miss. There you go. That guy here is what we're here to kill. Level 48. Oh, he's not even as high level as the just that one hero unit. Okay, things seem to be holding up okay. Aggroing on me. Yeah, I'm thinking the Blight Fiend's not that impressive. I don't think the Blight Fiend's damage is that big, and he is relatively tanky and theoretically has like aggro grabbing skills, but aggro grabbing stuff doesn't really work that well in a lot of action RPGs. But there you go. We got rep from Homestead for killing that guy too. I'm just gonna push further here. Oh, hello. Nice. Thought there was something over here. Guaranteed dynamite drop is kind of nice. And kind of a decent chest too. Alright, we can pop out now. No face rolls in ARPGs, yeah? Yeah. More interested in D&D non-combat rolls. Oh, well, yeah, that's true, yeah. I mean, because in D&D, paladins generally are built around the concept of high charisma, so they have an interesting extra utility of combat, but... I mean, that can be true of a lot of classes, right? One of the reasons that, like, people complain that, like, spellcasters are too powerful in D&D is mostly for their out-of-combat utility, more than what they can bring in a fight. Alright, so this should complete the Pine Barrens area. There we are. More Black Legion rep. Ancient Heart, decent amount of XP. So my ethereal resistance 48%. I think we can probably take on the conflagration. So we're gonna go and bang out another side quest here. And I think that's the last one in the vanilla game, and then we'll head over to the expansion. Curse you, currently downloading Grim Dawn. It's a good game. What can I say? Except you're welcome.
No questions asked.
Let's do that. We're gonna dump these uniques that I'm not interested in. I did go and download the Grim Dawn item assistant again, so that I'm not running it right now, but as soon as I launch it, what it's gonna do is just gonna vacuum up everything that's in this stash tab and just move it into an external database so that it can satisfy my need to catch them all with unique items. Must collect all unique items.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I didn't even bother transferring my old copy of the database over. I'm excited about restarting the job of collecting all the unique items. Not that I'd ever finished before. Alright, sell that. I suspect everything here is going to be just to sell. We are... Well, now that you're very interesting. Let's put you on the 4th tab for a second. Yeah, I don't need to keep these belts around that I'd considered. You're also kind of interesting. You have a lot of resistances. Hold on. Take a look at you properly and scooch. I'm going to say, I think other than looking for, like, for most of our slots, it's going to be start to become more and more about monster and frequency, or maybe a specific unique if we can find it. I'm just mostly checking, you know, does the item give me pluses to my skills? Does it give me bonuses to my pets? Or does it have a frac ton of resistances that I can see at a glance? Those are sort of the only things I'm evaluating right now. Interesting as well. No. We don't do savagery. Savagery is an excellent skill that the shaman has. With that, I'm not even looking at the comparison tooltip right now. I'm just sort of evaluating real quickly if it's like in the neighborhood of something that might be vaguely interesting. Hungering Reach isn't something I care about. We're clearly in a higher level zone. A bunch of the items we don't actually meet the level requirement for right now. Which is a good sign. Actually, when we get to around 50, we could consider coming back to 2 areas. One is Dark Vale, and one is going back all the way back to Act 1 for the Warden. Because of level scaling, they'll be higher level. There's a level 50 and 52 item, respectively, from those 2 places we'd be interested in. Or we could just jump over to Elite difficulty and do it there. That's a possibility as well. So yeah, we're still only friendly with the Black Legion, so we don't have access to any of their recipes or anything, but that's okay. All right, let's take a look at these shoulders. Yeah, it's a lot more armor. We'd lose the pet bonus. This is just vitality and bleed resistance. And we're currently kind of capped on vitality. So no. I think I prefer the +2 to Briar Thorn as opposed to Blight Fiend. I think the Thorn's a lot more useful to us. And the pet bonus is much nicer as well in our current piece. Okay. Chest piece, we'd lose a bunch of health and armor. Yeah, we get a bonus to Blight Fiend and Primal Spirit, which we don't even have yet. No, so no to that. This one-hander is interesting. Like, the Dead Beater we've got is really good because it has a huge bonus to all pets thing and +2 to raise skeletons. This is +4 to Briar Thorn, which is nice. But I think the answer... Ooh. It also has a bunch of health. Because I don't think weapons generally have much in the way of, like, defensive stats. I think I'm going to keep ours. But that was tempting. This glove is also extremely tempting. More armor. Lots of resistances. Now, we're already capped on lightning, so we don't care about that. It will overcap us on bleeding. Well, it'll overcap us on all the things, but it's... The thing is, our resistance to those categories is pretty good. I'm wondering about just banking this. In case I make some other changes to my equipment and lose some resistances, I might want to have the option of switching back to this. And this metal here... Our current metal has a lot of resistances and some health. Yeah, we're not going to swap to that. But I'll bank the gloves just as an option. Put it on this tab. There we go. It's going to be fine. Okay.
Keep an eye on this.
Okay, so conflagration. So this Weapon Master Barov over here gave us a quest. I think we'll have the option of who to turn in the cannons to. I think I always turn into Homestead because why not? They're here and they gave me the quest. But the conflagration is just off over here. If you're playing like solo for your first time and you're exploring, you'll probably just randomly run into it. You'll like just wander off in this direction. And it'll be like, oh, it's terrible. The ground is full of magic space demon acid, i.e. ethereal damage, which is real bad. And we really don't want to spend a lot of time on it. So you need to have your enough aether resistance to be able to like sort of go through there, or lots of movement boosting skills or something, and you really have to be looking for the way out of these areas. Need to re-summon my skeletons. Not really going to bother clearing too much here. But yeah, we did these hits from the ethereal is pretty good. 48. I mean, it'd be nice to have more resist. I don't know if I have a potion ethereal resistance in my pocket. I don't think I do. Let me clear this just to give me a moment to look at my inventory. Because I would consider using one if I had one. Maybe I can craft one. I don't know if I have a recipe for an ethereal potion. Ethereal resistance potion. And they're dropping some poison and acid here too, which I don't have a perfect resistance to. No, the answer is no. Might craft it. Oh, this over here. This opens up a one of those roguelike dungeons, where even if you're not playing with permadeath, the dungeon is you open it with a key, and you walk in, you can't portal in and out of it. You either finish it or you die, in which case, you know, then you have to go back to the main menu and reset it to do it again. There's some good drops in them. But especially on normal difficulty here, I don't think it's worth the risk on my character with my actual permadeath to go in there currently. Is that Port Valkyrie or whatever? I think so. Yeah, if only there was a convenient way to tell if it was hardcore or softcore, huh? I'm not making fun. I do exactly the same thing. I'm like, I'll go in chat and type, and then I'm like, oh wait, hold on. Gamers, why are we all like that? I don't know, but we are. I mean, no, I never miss things that are on screen, especially not while I'm playing games myself. I never need Twitch chat to tell me things that I've missed. Yeah, I don't like the amount of damage we're taking. This feels very dangerous. What is the dangerous domain modifier here? Oh, that's okay. That's fine. I don't care about my casting speed, actually, and the increased chaos resistance is good. Ooh, okay. Empowered Turin's grips. So this is the first time we've gotten high enough level. So there's a regular epic. So unique items in Grim Dawn are epics or legendaries, depending on their level. That's pretty much it. So there is a unique Turin's grip at a certain level. And here there's a level 50 version of it called Empowers Turin's Grip, which is the same but better stats. And there might be a legendary Turin's Grip as well. I don't know. I don't know this item specifically, but the empowered tag, that's what that is. So a lot of times there'll be multiple versions of uniques set up for different levels, which is kind of nifty. Might feel a little bit better going in this area if our build wasn't in this weird sort of half-complete state. Or maybe what we should do is rush to the Coven in the expansion just so that we can respec and tweak a couple of things. We got a new recipe. Adept Scepter. Oh yeah, Apothecary's Touch. Eldrick's Back Scratcher. Does give us +2 to Ravenous Earth, which is the skill I'm using in my Click, but we don't really use it. We're just using that to proc devotion skills, so it's not an item I'm excited for. Now this area isn't very long, but we are a little slow going because we're having to be kind of cautious. Anyone want some rotting pumpkins? We're in Westfall in World of Warcraft. Our level 10 to 20 human character is ready to quest here. I'm pretty sure there's like pumpkin fields and things there, like all the harvest golems and stuff. Some of my skellies. So I do have a little backup character, as I've said before, which is my my dervish, my Nightblade Oathkeeper, and it is interesting. It kills so much faster than this character, but it is so much more vulnerable because it's got to move up in melee. Like, it kills faster when things are going well, but there's so many times when I just have to run away from a fight. You actually have to pass this guy. Oh, minions. Kill that. Oh, shit. That just took so much damage there. These Flesh Warp Bullrocks are good if you're playing a Conjurer, Shaman plus Cultist, but not for us. Might just vendor it. We do need some money. Crafting especially gets very expensive. You can spend millions of iron bits for the higher level craft. This is a scary area. I'm not feeling as confident here as I have in other places. I'm hoping I'm not, you know, suiciding my character and ending our run. Probably my least favorite zone, not sure why. But I feel... Yeah, I mean, it's a little annoying to navigate. There's a lot of little barriers. And yeah, there's all the green goop everywhere, which makes the navigation actually dangerous. Okay, we're basically in the last spot right here, though. There you go. This is the boss we're here to kill. The Herald of Flame. Because we're actually here to, like, collect some cannons. I don't know how we carry them. I guess we're just securing cannons. We secure it by killing the boss that's here, and then presumably the NPCs are then able to come over here and just grab them. Okay. Boss, this thing has 2 phases. This is just the type of enemy. We've killed a few others, and they always have 2 phases. Summon, resummon. Keep up the Wendigo totem. Or Wendigo. Again, Sam and Dean don't even know how to say it. Alright. Done. Done, 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 done. And then we click here. Claim the resource of the Black Legion. Alright. Whoa! Man, my blood pressure was high throughout all that. That was rough. Okay. And this is another one of the things that changed the look. Once we turn this in, cannons show up on the walls. I like that. Nice little touch. Okay. Let's head over now. Over here. So this is the first zone of the Ashes of Malmuth expansion. We did walk to here. Because this is Act 1, which is really interesting. And right in Act 1, there's this barrier you can't get through until now. So then we just walked up to the portal, and that's as far as we got. Hello, people. Salvage vendor. Actually, let me go and clear some things. Let's resist. I do like our pants have so much health, even though we could switch something with more resistances. Yeah, that's the thing to Mogdrin's pack, but I don't really care about that item. I'll just keep the blue items over here so I can bank them later. There's so many uniques in this game. Okay, that's a lot of armor, and health, and resistances. I think we might switch to the shoulder, although I'm going to want to make sure that I'm back in town to throw a component on it, so I'm just going to put it in my 4th tab for now. That's a lot of resistances and health on a helmet. Yeah, and our current helmet doesn't even have pet bonuses. Current helmet does have health, and some nice resistances, but I don't know, it'll be interesting because between the 2 pieces that I just banked over here, we will be over on our poison acid resist, I think, but it's a different helmet with a fair amount of resistances, but I don't think we're keeping that one. Okay, health, couple of big resistances, and pet bonuses. Although our current shoulders are kind of nice. Yeah. Put it in the 4th tab. I'll probably just evaluate it later. This ring here. Probably not, no. Although it does have some decent resists. Okay. Just trying to make sure we've got some space. I'm just not sure. Oh, you posted something. You sent something on the 18th. It's Powerful Sadist. Where's it coming from? If it's within Canada or the United States, it might be here. If it's from over the waters, then it might take a little bit longer. But we'll make sure to check the PO box in. So, yeah, expansion zone. So most of the monsters we're gonna fight are gonna be different character models. This first area, Gloomwald, and then Ogden Bog, yeah, is gonna have a ton of plant type stuff. Although we'll be back to like horrible undead, magic, space demons soon enough. I believe that there might be. I've run this zone in reverse so many times. I normally come out of the cellar door. I think there might be a shrine in here. I'm not sure. Yes, demons from space. And you drop that. I don't see it on the mini map yet, so I'm not sure. So the thing with this zone, this is one of the zones where there's some convenient totems and a couple other little kind of mini farmable things on a very convenient path from a waypoint. And so it's one of the things I have farmed many times on elite difficulty with my main character. We also get these chests over here. You just clear the area over here and we'll talk about it. I think it's the first one we've hit in this particular run. I'm not sure. Maybe we did another one. Treasure troves. So these are always locked with dynamite. So you have to use a dynamite to pop it open, which isn't so bad because you can craft them in Homestead. But yeah, they can often contain a recipe or a unique. What's this recipe for? Rampage. So that's a relic, which goes in this slot here. This is not a relic we care about. It's very good for physical attackers, though, as you can see. Physical damage, bleed damage, attack speed, and when you crit, there's a chance it procs Rampage, which gives you a huge extra boost of stuff. And it's got some random stats it can add on as well. Excellent item, just not for us. Although, might be good on my Dervish. I mean, ultimately, my Dervish is definitely going to go into, it's going to be a Poison Dervish. But for leveling, it's probably going to be mostly physical, just because for a while you don't have the poison support. Nope, to the shrine. Do you have to go into the house and open the chest? Oh, you're saying back on the surface? Like pop back outside? Let me go back to the surface and we'll do that. If there's no shrine back here down here, I'm not going to freak out about it. That'll be okay. Oh, over here, there's some lore. Oh. Nan stash, right. So by grabbing that, it's somewhere on the western side of this this zone, right? There's a little like semi-secret locked away area or something, but I think it's only accessible if you've done the Nan stash pickup. Should have left the pop-up open. Probably, there we go. Seen Nan driving a loaded wagon up the north road past the old mill, then twice return a wagon empty. Must be hiding something. Or he. Oh, I thought this is Nan's like short for like Nana, like grandma. We'll check these other houses just for lore notes and things. I don't have these areas memorized anywhere near as much as the base game. Have not done them as much, and there's plenty of stuff that I was forgetting in the base game as well, or remembered but missed on our pathing. Get backtrack for a couple of shrines that I'd forgotten about. Anyway, next waypoint. Thank you. Oh, let's go and slide over and get this totem. It's gonna be risky. There's some scary shit that can come out of those totems. But good loot. At this point, I'm just happy to get recipes. Oh, and we did get another level somewhere in there. I'm just noticing the 45 is blinking at me. This Ugden Bloom is something to use for various crafting as well. Okay, so, right, I put the point in Shaman to be able to get to Emboldening Presence. We're going to go pretty quickly, I think, in Shaman to get these two as well. But for now, we're okay. Call of the Grave's pretty good. We might want Mark of Torment. Ill Omen will probably happen. If nothing else, we're going to dabble one of these to probably link another devotion skill at some point. But yeah, for now, I'm going to max out my skeletons so that they're tankier. And then probably also get the thing where we get more skeletons as well. And then we'll probably at that point bring Shaman up to level 50 is the max. And then pick the ultimate stuff. Right, so I was doing some looking around. One of the things that's often good to do with any build is to try to get all your damage to be of mostly one type so that you can boost the hell out of that one type and also strip away those resistances as much as possible in your enemies. Okay, that's for the sorcerer sort of spellcasting vibe, which is cool. Heart of the Wild is a stat we've got, and that's some pretty decent defenses, but we're not going to be equipping this. And so I was looking for maybe easier to farm items that offer like a total conversion of damage types for our pets. And that's why I talked about maybe going back and booping Warden Krieg. Because he does have a weapon. We actually used it for a while at the start of the game. He has a weapon that converts pet physical damage to aether damage, which is kind of interesting. Now, our pets do a variety of damage. I can't remember if the skeletons do some cold or vitality, maybe? And our Blight Fiend does poison. Like, ultimately, it'd be nice to convert everything to one type. But we'll see. Oh, there's a star over here. And another one. Oh, this might be Nan's stash. Yeah, I mean, obviously flat damage is what we want, but, like, the conversion can be helpful. I hope I still have dynamite. I do. Alright, good. I think this is Nan's stash here. And usually you don't think about total conversion early on. Because you usually don't have, like, the synergy to support it, but... there it is. Just some XP and random drops. I don't think there's anything specific fixed about it. But we did get another blue item. Powered Cindervein Mantle. Just poke my head into the cave that's up here. Just see if we can see a shrine or not. Oh, this is the other side, I think, of the cellar we were in at the start. No, it's not. I'm lying. There's a totem, so we'll at least do that. Some of these will have like fixed bosses or little sub-bosses in there that you can get quests to do from the bounty tables. That's sometimes what these things are. And I'm looking forward to the time when our pets get more sturdy. Having to resummon them this often feels bad. It's been a while since I played Petra the Petromancer, my level 100 Conjurer. But those pets are sturdy AF. They basically never die. I'm the one who dies. It's not a hardcore character. That doesn't bother me as much. Okay, let's resummon all of our pets here to make sure they're at top health. Once you finish Forgotten Gods content, you get another Dark Heart or something here at Nan's stash area for secret Easter egg bosses. Ooh. Deadwalker footpads. I mean, it's got a great name. Is that relevant to us, I wonder? I certainly don't have all the uniques memorized. I mean, barely a fraction will I recognize by name. Oh, Rover Rat. Trap here. Lich Guard. Deadwalkers are Drain Essence, Albrecht's Aetherate. No, so not for us, but very cool. Lich Guard. That's interesting. So we need another couple levels before we can put it on. So it gives a boost to our skeletons and gives all our pets some health and flat vitality damage, which is sexy as hell. Really sexy. We've been having a hard time finding the bonus to all pets that's flat here. So it's a proc. My health drop below 20. It procs 80% damage absorption for 5 seconds. That's actually quite compelling for us. We might consider that one. I'm not convinced there's anything down here we currently need.
Steam.
You have any skills that need a book offhand? No. But the Bloodsworn Codex is pretty good. Because it's boosting our Briarthorn twice, because Ground Slam is a Briarthorn ability, and it's boosting our skeletons. And the one we have specifically has a lot of, like, bonus to all pets on it as well. Although you're right, it is a percentage-based one. It'd be nice to find more flat bonus as well. So I guess that's that. Okay. Hold on. There we go.
You dare come here.
What do we have here? Oh, cannibals. Yeah, so there's this zone is a little rimworldy that way. Especially when we get to a certain village. There's a soupçon of cannibalism. I think for now I'm mostly just trying to push my way forward here. So dark in this zone. It does make the glowing lights look really cool, but it does make it kind of hard to see the characters. Maybe we should do a Diablo 4. Maybe we should zoom in here and play this way. Wonder if that's far as possible. Yeah, in the Gloomwald, back over here. Because that's right, we're gonna get sent back here to clear some stuff, right? I don't know. We're not far from the waypoint. We do get the quest to pick it up. So it might have been back there. That might have been what he's saying. For now, we'll follow these tracks and just try to get to the village. Especially, what I'm thinking about is maybe taking points out of my Blight Fiend. I'm not convinced that it's a winner. Hang on, Wendigo Gaze. I was gonna say that's one of the monster intrinsics. Sorry, infrequent. I say intrinsic. That's kind of compelling for us. That's very sexy. Now this is a double magic like affix. But if we keep killing around here, so some types of monsters can drop it, and I think there's a couple of like name dudes that also have a pretty good chance of dropping it. I'm trying to remember what Emboldening Presence is. Is that this one? don't even know if that's something we have. I kind of wish this page had a search. It's not Necro? Is it under Shaman? Emboldening? Oh, wait, is that the, that's the Briarthorn ability. Oh, that's really freaking good. Because, yeah, the Briarthorn is a spanking good pet. Okay, let me just put that in for now. Oh. I guess I ran into the quest item. So that's not one of the ones. Oh, is this Carax's Foul? Is this Desperate Measures? I gotten confused. I thought at the Coven you get set back here for some quests. We might still, but it might just be that this was also. I guess I have to bring these to the Coven. Right. So I would have showed up the Coven and be like, oh, I'm still missing something. There you go. Then Caraxus. Cheers. Adam always makes me sad because I play Occultist. If we roll 1 or 2 pet affixes, it's incredible. I gotta say, the Occultist Shaman character, my Conjurer, I really do like that. Also, I like a little bit more intuitive, the build. With this Ritualist thing, I'm always a little confused about the directions that you can take. Mostly because there's multiple kind of valid pet directions. I don't know if it's the same, like, in the endgame. I feel like the Ritualist, just as a pure, just perma-pet summon, feels a little awkward. Because, like, how good are the skeletons in the endgame? I don't know. I mean, I've never gotten to, like, max level as a Ritualist. Or any Necromancer, in fact. Oh, that was the wrong button. I did not mean to jump forward at the boss. Because part of me is tempted to use the, I don't remember what the ability is, but, like, one of the level 50 Necromancer abilities, which is, like, a casting spell that's then, like, also spawning, like, these spirits. It's what, Maya GD uses in their, oh my god, don't talk and fight a boss at the same time, Quill. Oh, look. Haha, we confused it! In their Ishtar build. For their Ritualist. Wow. Did you just slingshot back to over here? I've never seen them leash that way before. I hope you haven't reset your hit points. But assuming you haven't, that's actually really convenient because it's giving me time to, like, resummon my stuff off cooldown here. Level 94 skeletons basically become invulnerable with all the bonuses, items you get to equip +6. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, in Grim Dawn, level 94 is sort of kind of considered the max level character in a way. Like, actual max level is 100, but there's no item in Grim Dawn that needs more than level 94 to equip, including all the legendaries and stuff like that. So when you get to level 94, in theory, assuming you already had things banked from previous runs or whatever, you could have your completed character at that point. So you'll sometimes see that number bounced around. Yeah, so you're just saying if you're getting tons of plus to your base skeleton skill, and presumably hit the hard cap of +10 especially, skeletons are like really, really solid and sturdy. So that does change things. Because skeletons definitely seem like they're great DPS. My only thing was like, oh, I don't know how sturdy they are, but on the other hand, I'm summoning my permanent pets a lot. I'm getting a little bit like, my interpretation of how sturdy these pets are is skewed because of my other character, which, that character has been max level for a long time. And so, my perception is, oh, these pets should be unkillable, but I don't think that's what it felt like leveling. Reap Spirit, yeah, so Reap Spirit is really neat over here. So I think Reap Spirit, and maybe focusing on maybe vitality damage, especially with Master of Death, right? Because that increases vitality damage. And physical damage converted to vitality damage. So I think one of the two routes we take is we max out Necromancer, and we play with Reap Spirit and Master of Death. And I think the other route we take is with the max out Shaman and Primal Bond. Well, maybe not even Primal Bond. Physical damage, and these are percentages, and bleed. Yeah, I don't know. But Contra Primal Spirit is very cool. Right now, I think I'm going to lean a little more into Shaman just on the basis of the Briarthorn. But I don't know. I think I'm kind of kind of excited by this because my other why do you still have a star? Because the quest is still active, but I have picked up your heart. Okay. My other character is like practically 100% AFK. Like I've got nothing I spam. All I do is I just make sure that none of my pets have died and do a resummon if I have to. I click nothing on my other character. Well, that's not true. I constantly click Blood of Drieg, but I use an auto hotkey script. Just smash that button so that every time it comes off cooldown, which I think is every 8 seconds, it just gets immediately cast again. But that's literally it. My character just stands there, and its only purpose is to cast Blood of Drieg every 8 seconds or whatever the cooldown is. And the pets do absolutely everything else in an automated fashion. I don't think I even use I'm not sure. Did I use Shepherd's Call? I don't think I do in that build. Because I think I really don't do anything. So with this build here, I do still want to lean heavily on pets because pets are awesome. But if it's a slightly more active pet build, that's not a bad thing. Better than which Diablo? We're gonna leave that question just kind of generally open, mostly because it leads to more interesting clickbait. But definitely better than Diablo 3. And Diablo 4 doesn't count right now because it's not a full game in any way whatsoever. Although part of me still wonders if I think it's going to be maybe still, for my purposes, right? I like theory crafting and crunching hardcore builds. And right now, we don't know what the Paragon stuff is going to be and what the late game itemization is going to feel like in Diablo. Like, we have no context in that. Right now, I for my purposes and the level of theory crafting and sort of crunch that you can get in these games, no, that I did check. That was blocked off there, right? Yeah. Grim Dawn is still where I'm at. And if Last Epoch was more complete and a little bit more stable in its multiplayer, Last Epoch would even be there. Just because I love the class building in Last Epoch. It's really cool. That's really funky. Diablo 2 is excellent, but dated at this point. So it's a little... I'd rather play this. Mostly because I don't want to deal with the goddamn bullshit potions of Diablo 2. People keep bringing up there's a total conversion mod for Grim Dawn to make it like Diablo 2. That's like very tempting. Hey, it's that statue from the Eternals movie that no one ever talks about because it was a terrible movie. All right, Coven's Refuge. So yeah, they have their own rep vendors over here. They're a little standoffish.
Whatever it is you think you're doing here, you are in the wrong place.
You could be like, I was sent here by Inquisitor Creed.
An Inquisitor? Really? I'm sorry. Perhaps I did not make myself clear the first time. Leave now.
Not super keen on outsiders. Perhaps the Heart of Craxus will change your mind.
Interesting. It appears that perhaps we can be of use to each other after all. Very well. Speak. What brings you to our refuge?
I need to find my way to Malmouth to find a lost friend.
If you seek a path to Malmouth through the swamps, then I am afraid you are out of luck. The roads have all but collapsed, and even if you should somehow find your way out of the bog, the land beyond has been consumed by aether fire. Ancient passageways exist that could take you north, but they are not of this realm, and you will not like where they lead. Now, this friend of yours, what happened?
Yes, it is. I'm not going to judge the game balance of Diablo 4 based on the beta because that's part of the purpose of it. I mean, a big part of it was stress testing their servers, but it's definitely the case that the Barbarian and the Druid did not feel as good or quick or potent leveling as the Sorcerer and the Necromancer. Arguably, maybe the problem is like maybe the Necromancer's overtuned. Maybe the Barbarian's undertuned. I don't know. But some of it definitely felt better than some of the others. Yeah, Ulgrim. Ulgrim was swallowed up by a god, a space god.
Ulgrim, you say? Oh, it would be a
Here, have a
shame
frying
to
pan.
lose such a legend. But if he was claimed by the Void, then... Perhaps this gives me an idea that will solve both your predicaments. But if we are to help with this, then I must ask for something more in return.
So the expansion introduces some consumable items here to make it a little bit simpler to respec. Most importantly, I think it's this expansion, it may have been Forgotten Gods. There's a potion that respecs your attribute points, which in vanilla Grim Dawn was the only thing, well, other than undoing your class, was the only thing that you couldn't respec was your attribute points, and that's valuable. But I do like the devotion one because it can kind of be a little awkward sometimes to do a big major change of the devotion tree. So it's handy to be able to accrue through these. I don't even know if you can buy them or just get them from quests, but they are shareable in your stash, as far as I recall.
What you ask will take me some time to prepare. But before I help you, there is something you must do for us.
Reign of Terror, the
Deep
Grim Dawn,
within
Diablo 2 conversion is
Ugdenbog,
pretty
to
good.
the north of our refuge, there lies a village by the name of Barrowholm. I need you to travel there.
What's up with this village?
I care not for the village, only for what was stolen. We had crafted an Ugdenbog fetish within the swamp in order to protect ourselves from the wilderness. Recently, someone has tampered with it, tore off the head of the fetish, and ran off with it. I can still sense its waning power within the bog, and the only nearby settlement is Barrowholm.
We should make a RimWorld colony called Barrowholm.
We must
with creative
have it
diet
returned
choices.
to us. Do this, and I shall give you the means to find Ulgrim, and perhaps even a way to Malmuth.
Sure. Okay, so yeah, here's where the respec lady moves
I sense
once you get to
turmoil
the
within
expansion
you.
content. So leave a
Safe
point in there so
journey.
that technically the pet is there. I mean, obviously it's not going to be very sturdy, but I think I'm going to go and max out our skeletons. There we go. And then put points into Undead Legion. And specifically every third point, we get an extra summon out of it. If I do that every time I level up things, and that's maxed out there. We got that. A few more points in Heart of the Wild right now. You know, we're gonna want to max out Undead Legion. Let me just put points in there, and that'll be fine. Okay, so those are there. Start resummoning my skeletons. Okay. I don't think there's another quest to pick up right now. Oh, there is. What do you want? Side quest. Rival. Immune. Sometimes something happened to our future sisters. Find the missing sisters. Okay. That sounds fine. Let's swing down here just to check. Ah, there we go. We meet again. I don't remember you, Raleigh. Oh, I think we talked to you at Fort Icon. Yeah, I don't care that you're a witch. I'm literally a necromancer. I'll not speak for your origins to the others. Oh yeah, that I was infested by a magic space demon. Make it all the way. Oh, you're in the Blood Grove. Oh, wait, is this the one I saved from being burnt at the stake? Yeah.
Pay attention, there's a new subscriber.
There we are. Cool. Hey, Valiant, thanks for the sub. Alright, hopefully I didn't miss another side quest in here. So, to me, it feels like it's advantageous to save her every time. Because you get an extra little boost over here. Is there any argument for the other way? You do get, I'm assuming, I can't remember. I know on some characters, I played like a righteous Inquisitor character, and I was like, no, burn the witch. And I think you get a different rare as a reward. So maybe there's like an advantage there or something, but it feels like this is just stronger. The Coven rep's pretty good. Although, I mean, ultimately rep's not that hard to come by, so getting the extra little rep boost over here is a huge deal. We could do the typical thing where split your choice beast on axe. Yeah, that's true. We could play the next act like completely different, just to see what things are like. Skeletons are definitely not invulnerable yet. Oh, it's a quest item. I thought it was a crafting thing, so it's like, why can't I pick it up? I'm just gonna push along the northern side of the map here. We'll eventually hit Barrowholm. If I have to like backtrack to pick up something that we, you know, missed along the way on the southern edge, that's okay. We can do that on the next pass. Although if I hug the northern edge too much, we'll end up taking a little sidetrack to like this altar that we don't need right away. But I think I'll recognize that. I don't think it's this. It's just outside of Barrowhome. Got some dead bodies here. I guess I've got a couple of items in my fourth bag there that I was saving to consider equipping once I went back to town and I could access my component stash. But these guys are only level 44. Barrowhome, nice shaman item, the faction vendor, yeah. So Barrowhome is another place where you can choose a couple of different paths for dealing with them. It's a little bit more dramatic than some of the others. Because option one is, yeah, I'll work with you, I'll do some side quest, I'll build up some rep, I'll have access to your rep finder, or your rep vendor, and all those things. And option B is, I'm gonna murder every last one of you and kill everyone in town. So it's a bit dramatic. It's reminiscent a little bit of Anastasia in Fort Icon, because that's someone that you can unlock like rep rank or vendor, or you can go against her and then you unlock sort of a repeatable dungeon boss thing. But it feels a little more dramatic. There's a whole town of people in Barrowhome, although it also does unlock a like side dungeon and a farmable boss. So I think for some characters, it's like it is quite good because like there's going to be a drop you want to get from the boss. So you kind of want to go and murder everyone. What you can do again is like first couple of difficulties, side with them, make sure to max out the rep, purchase everything you might need from the rep vendor, and then on ultimate be like, no, I'll murder you also. I can farm this boss for different things. I think my Aether resistance not bad because I was standing that for way too long as I was checking chat. That's it, I forgot. There's a whole other thing I gotta do here. In addition to watching the bars here and the number here, every now and again I've got to peek at chat. Let me just check up here. I don't think there's much. Oh! Oh, this place! Farming the Ravager, the Barrowhome God's a nice idea. Yeah, so I think maybe like that might be the sort of thing I do and just save on ultimate, but I'd have to look at what the Ravager drops are, and if it's something that is interesting for my character versus the things you can get at the rep vendor. Probably side with them just because it leads to slightly more interesting story arguably. I think this is a totally optional side boss. I don't even know. It might be like higher min level. Oh, I don't have 3 dynamite. Okay. So let's not do that. Let's just come down here. Or here? Or do I go this way? I don't know. Let's find out. Ultimate, you cannot farm the Ravager at will. It takes a lot of preparation. Oh. You can barely do it at normal if you finished ultimate. Oh, wait. You're talking about someone else. Yes, you're talking about... Sorry, you're talking about the god character. Yeah, no, yes. Okay. You're not talking about the little side dungeon that you unlock if you turn against Barrowhome. You're talking about the god that you insult, and then they show up and basically just beat the living crap out of you. Yeah. Yeah. Villagers are most west edge of the map. With the traveling witches? Maybe I should go up there. But I don't know. I'm gonna clear here for now. We can zoom back around there. Yeah, I don't navigate this map very well. Oh, my skeletons are dead. Oh, right, because I put more ranks into the freaking skill. They didn't die. They got desummoned. Dummy. I gotta say, even at 1 rank, the Blight Fiend is not that squishy. Yeah, these I think it's those big Wendigos that can drop some of the items we need. I don't think this Howler is one of them. The gun? Yeah. Actually a nice item. Not for us, but... Oh, is this, What's that one witchy lady that we don't... There's nothing for us to do with this yet, right? Yeah, so I do have to go back north, don't I? Wrong. Who I'm thinking like a lady in the hut that, like, you go early, just like, I got nothing to talk to you about. Some have some resist, but not a lot. We could check it on our character sheet, but I know the number isn't great. But it is a fair bit more difficult to get the summon resist up. Even if this isn't the spot for like a quest right now, it is nice to clear it, get the extra totem. We're getting plenty of rep. Mob density is pretty good. We're getting good XP. Oh, Elixir of the Aether. This is a... Oh, that's Aether damage, not Aether resistance. Dang it. Yeah, we get a quest to kill Janaxia later, or get something. We do it now, but just... I mean, unless it's just a reputation table quest. I'm not sure, but... That is some damage. So that color was what? Vitality damage? Vitality explosion? Some sort of maybe icy spikes coming out of that? Luckily, my vitality resistance is nearly capped. I think we're at 75%. I'll see. Maybe we'll get a quest later, and they'll be like, go kill this guy, and we'll be like, oh, we totally already did that. They didn't drop a quest item, unless it's in a clickable container that's not starred right now, but there's some corpses here. Alright, well, that's fine. How many pets you currently summoned? So currently, we do 7 skeletons, and we've got 4 other pets, so we're at 11. We'll get to 8 skeletons just from maxing out the talent as is, and then potentially we can get more of it if we get items. I think I do have to swing back around north, but... Yeah, I don't know the efficient routing here. What actually, the thing I've never done really is I've never really looked at the map on like Grim Tools, and that's probably what I need to do just to like get a good idea of the layout of the place. Alright, let's head back up north. Yeah, I guess Will of the Crypt gives the skeletons flat vitality damage, right? Maybe I should have prioritized that sooner. But I went through a period where like I spec'd out of the skeletons and was like, oh, I'll focus on the others. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm not sure that was the right move. I think I need to appreciate these skeletons a lot more. I thought, oh, the skeletons are here for like early leveling. And then you move away from them. But I think I sold the skeletons short. I think they have, in fact, a lot more potential than I thought. Oh, does it give the skeletons armor? Oh, it does. And vitality resist, which is nice. So, they do physical and cold by default? No, physical and vitality. This adds elemental damage, but they don't do any base elemental damage. Huh. Why does Will of the Crypt give them percentage elemental damage? Is there something else I can do that adds maybe cold damage to skeletons? I don't think I even have... Oh, yeah, I already have a bile in my inventory, so I can't pick up this one. But I don't think I have a quest for it. Okay, so there's more zone back there that I skipped. Should I go back down there for the quest, like for the Future Sisters or something? I know I can convert physical to other stuff. So yeah, I mean, certainly we can add all kinds of elemental damage to our minions. Oh, yeah, these gazes. We're going to pick up a bunch of those. Hopefully we can get some with some rare affixes. But I'm just surprised that, like, the skeletons don't do a little bit of cold damage by themselves. That don't do anything out of box. I guess it's just future-proofing you. If we go in for farm Warden Krieg, we can get an item that converts all pets' physical damage to... Oh, is this the hut with the cranky lady? No, not here yet. Anyway, all physical damage to ethereal damage. And generally speaking, even if we don't have that much things that boost pet ethereal damage, it's still usually good to convert away from physical, because physical is affected by armor and things. So generally, monsters, I think, out of pocket are more resistant to physical than anything else. So you're generally looking to convert away from pure physical. Might be wrong about that though. I clearly have a lot of archers right now. I'm hearing a lot of the crossbows go off. Looks like at least one wizard in that pack as well. I see a wand raise. Oh! I did accidentally discover an off-map area. Oh, there's a boss! Alright. That was totally accidental. I have no idea what this area is. Have I ever been here before? And I don't know the expansion zones anywhere near as much, especially Ashes of Malmuth. I've done the Forgotten Gods content more. I think mostly because, like, you can do Forgotten Gods immediately after Act 1 if you want. But you always have to finish all of the base game to start Ashes of Malmuth. Okay, you're a big tanky boy. Very dedicated to killing me. Well, I guess because you've killed all my pets already at this point, so sure. What is this? Bargal the Moldering Mound. Alright. Bargal's Core. Holograve, Light Fiend. +1 familiar. Interesting. Nice item. Don't think I'm going to wear it. Anything else over here? See, this is one of the reasons I like this game a lot. It has the best map. Tons of secret area, lots of like secret quests and things, good lore, lots of content. The zones feel very big. Diablo 4 is kind of appealing that way in terms of the size of the zone and things. And yeah, and there's a lot of the side areas you can't even like do right away because they're higher level. It's like you have to bookmark and be like, oh, I'll come back to this later. Girdle. Oh, for soldiers. Could maybe even consider wearing it for myself. Although my current belt gives me +1 to all my shaman skills. So no, probably not. I did see, yeah, the image shows D4 beta map in addition to the full map. It's going to be huge, yeah. And it's, you know, kind of non-linear. That's one of the things D4's got with going for it that no ARPG that at least comes to my mind has. The fact that it's very much a hub that you go in various directions. Like, I like the Grim Dawn map a lot, but it's still kind of a fairly linear progression kind of vibe. Living Ring. That's not for us. Oh, here's the lady that I'm like, she's gonna be like, no, piss off. I've got nothing to do with right now. Laria. I'm gonna check, but
I don't know who you are, but please leave.
what are you doing here? None of your concern. Yep. commercial from Diablo. Accessing a page says Grim Dawn's better than Diablo. That's big in the end. Well, I mean, there's a lot back there. But yeah, later on you get a quest that sends you here, and then I can never remember where the hell she is. Oh, hey, unmarked tunnel. Secret tunnel through the mountain. Hey, I'm friendly with the Coven. It's very Grim Dawn, especially later stuff, Nightmare Fuel. What I really like is if you side with the Chosen of Kaimon instead of the Order of Death Vigil, and then you get to Forgotten Gods, and you're like, oh, mistakes were made. Uh-huh. Down here. Oh, lots of plant shit. What's the modifiers here? Regen. Oh, reduced resistance. That makes me unhappy. Just hold up on this bridge here. And wow, my skeletons are being chewed through. Yeah, my pets desperately need resistances. And those will come with like more gear later on. I don't know if there's anything else for it. I mean, the one modifier for skeletons gives them vitality resist, but they need to get a bunch more elemental resist. Is what we need. Holy cow! Oh, my aura's running, right? I feel like I'm missing one. Maybe. No, I guess not. Okay. One of the things, actually, I'm wondering if maybe I should be going to Forgotten Gods and just starting to build up a Cult of Bismiel rep. I know there's some really good stuff for pets from that merchant. Maybe we should have just started with Forgotten Gods, but I kind of want to go through things kind of just linearly in terms of when the expansions were released, but also in terms of how the events are supposed to play out in the game. Other than massive death from enemies. I mean, I don't even have to be here. There's definitely, like, I definitely don't have a quest for this yet. Probably just gonna get me killed for no good reason. But I'm here and I want to know. Night areas are brutal for low acid poison resistance. Yeah, I mean, luckily my own. Actually, it's only 61. I think for a while they were like overcapped by 30%. Like, I'm not worried about my own life, but yeah, it's definitely the pets that are just getting obliterated. Maybe I should be trying to draw more aggro, but also, you know, hardcore character, etc., etc. I think my hit points are pretty good. People have a general rule of thumb to, like, getting it. There we go. There's the boss of the undergrowth. Now, maybe it'll be a cool drop. I can't remember if they're, say, like 100 HP per level or 300 HP per level. I think our hit points are pretty good for our level in terms of what people say is, like, you know, kind of the general area you want to be in. Obviously, it's very fuzzy because there's like a million different ways that your health is affected based on your other defenses, right? Resummon you. She is... Oh my god, no, my pets can't last 2 seconds in this goop. Making any progress on her? Barely. A very tight area to be fighting in as well. I'm just resummoning whenever my cooldowns are up. I'm not able to really look too much at our numbers to know for sure that things are okay. Summon, you're good. Oh, there we go. Faith's Guard. That doesn't sound like an item for me. +1 to all skills and Oathkeeper. +3 to shield training. What a great item for a different character. Does lightning damage as base 2 instead of physical. Vine Ring? Oh my god, Aegis Menhir. That's another Oathkeeper ability. Nidala's Hidden Hand is Nightblade. Rune of Callister, I can't remember if it's... It might be Oathkeeper or it might be a third class. But this would be great for my frickin' Dervish. I gotta remember to, like, maybe keep that around. Rune is Inquisitor. Okay, that's what I thought. So is that the one where you put it on the ground, it like keeps you alive? Here, I'm just gonna take a shortcut out of here. So yeah, didn't help our current character, but pretty good. I was saying, you know, we've probably got decent XP in there. We might have been able to get XP faster on the surface. Just trying to move here. See what kind of distance we can cover. You got a totem coming up. Oh, there's a quest. There we go. We did it, y'all. Hello, villagers. There you go. Open Rift Gate. Good. That was one of our side quests. I think these Spiteful Wraiths can drop them on sprint frequent. That's good for us. Sure. Is getting a bit full. Winged Dawn Masteries, 55 Masteries and CC to crazy. What is this? Ancient Ruins. Only one way to find out. Shrine! Also, this blue marker. Ugdal. Endlessly devoted to you. 50% pet damage. Crit damage, offense. Health. Vitality resistance, some health for me. I'm gonna go with the left side first. Tomb of Ogdal. Oh, I guess we're gonna meet the guy who owns this place. This isn't the way into one of the roguelike dungeons, no. I mean, I've been here before, but yeah, my memory of these areas is so much fuzzier. You want me to go and kill something who I may have already killed. You're bound here. Powerful enough soul as a vector may be able to pierce through the veil, pass on this torment. No need to slaughter the innocent. Bring me the twisted spirit, most ancient and powerful Wendigo. I will help you. Where can I capture this? Somewhere in the bog. All right, well, that is very vague. Collect a Wendigo spirit. 0 of 1. All right. My inventory's a little full. We're nearing the end of the stream. I don't want to do like I don't want to go to town and sell here, so it's not an obviously exciting drop. I'm gonna somewhat skip these. Ancient sarcophagi. Oh, we'll pop those open. That's always a good idea. Let's go east. Wendigo spirits are rare crafting items. Oh, I see. So it's just a drop that can drop various things. So it would have been entirely possible that it could have shown up with one already in hand. Is that the case? It's stopping me from moving around. I don't like that. I will want to get the teleport movement ability instead of the leap one, because it does let you teleport out of being held, which is really nice. The base one is pretty short range and higher cooldown. As this one. Not for us, but a nice item. I'm betting I have to go back north, but yeah. Oh, hello, hero plant. Okay. I guess northwest. Or maybe there's a big backtrack that happens here. I don't know. I feel like once you get past the boggy areas and you get into the into Malmouth proper, I feel a little bit more comfortable about navigating. Although the city of Malmouth is its own freaking maze with hard to find and easy to miss quests. Yeah, that living ring, that's another one. Yeah, that's cool, but not for me. Is this Barrow Home Rift? It is. All right. So we're going to meet some very nice people who absolutely are not cannibals.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left. Put it to good use.
I'll sell some stuff. I'll do it after the stream. So, over here, there's two ways we can handle it. So, in this chest over here, they have the fetish that we're here to collect.
Welcome, traveler. I hope the day finds you great fortune. Do stay for a bit if you need a rest.
Stay a while and listen. Looking for the Ugdenbug fetish.
Oh, cutting right
That's
through
my
the
fetish.
formalities then. And if it so happens that we have in our possession this thing you seek, why should we just hand it over? I'm afraid if you want something from us, then we are gonna need something from you.
So, yeah, we can just kill him. But you know what? We'll be friendly with you. Sure, why not?
It's true.
I'm a friendly necromancer.
We do have this relic, and it can be yours in exchange for some trivial assistance. The things I'm sure you will have no trouble undertaking.
Yeah, so he wants me to talk to his buddies here, so that he'll eventually unlock that chest for me. All right.
blessed welcome.
You want me to rescue some people? Sure.
Welcome to Barrow.
Beautiful village. Yeah, everything's totally normal here. Everyone is happy. Great. Love to hear it. People are so nice. Sure, they don't have a horrible secret. Exactly. Although, legitimately, that's how I felt in Diablo 4, the very first little town you, like, encounter, like, 3 minutes into the game. Sorry, spoiler, but it's like, oh, these people are really nice. And then they weren't. Like, oh, all right, this is definitely setting a vibe. I really did think they were nice people. They want us to reactivate these wards around their camp. That was the eastern one. They were nice until they weren't, yeah. The north one? I remember, they rescue the people quest. Did we get a direction for that? Northern, northeastern. All right, well. Let's see what we can find. Watched it before like it's a Ryan Johnson movie. Ryan Johnson. Nice out, guy. Yeah, okay. So what you're saying is that he's going to put out a really great mystery movie, and then he's going to claim that he's made another great mystery movie, except it's actually going to be sort of just a dumb comedy wrapped around a very obvious social satire. That's what you're saying Diablo 4 is like? Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't care for Glass Onion. I thought it was dumb. And I know it upsets people when I say that. But I feel bad. I mean, I might watch it again for, like, you know, the lead character. What's his name? Benoit? What's the detective's name? Anyway, I'll watch all his stories. He's great. Everything else about it I did not enjoy in the second movie. As opposed to, like, the original Knives Out, which is like, holy crap, what a brilliant thing. But the original Knives Out was like, was written over like a period of like 10, 15 years, something crazy like that. And the sequel is like, oh, Netflix is going to give us some money for a sequel? All right, better bang this out in under a year. Benoit Blanc, yeah. I guess he said blank, right? Did he say blank or did they say blanc? With a sort of French, because he is like... Got that like... It's like Cajun kind of thing, but it's not Cajun. Is it Louisiana? I don't know. So Wendigo Glare is that metal we've been looking at. I love the fact that it's got plus 42% to all damage. But nothing else on here is particularly enticing. Yeah, does he have a French name? Is the mine a place I want to be right now? I don't think so. I think I'm just discovering an area for a later quest. Just from New Orleans, yeah. Couldn't prisoners also spawn there or something? No, because we're not on the north, but it definitely looks like the sort of place where they could have been. I think that star we're seeing is the southern ward. I'll do that, then I'll cut through the town again to the north. Because I'm assuming we rescued the northeastern ones? Oh no, we rescued the ones... in the north. Where's the northeastern ones then? Maybe they are in the cave. Or maybe they're like right there and I missed them. I feel like that's something I've done before. I saw an interview with was that at the Oscars? I can't remember. With Hugh Grant, and someone was asking, so you know, how did it feel to be in Glass Onion? That must have been really cool. And he was like, I was in there for like 30 seconds. The reporter kept asking him questions, and he was like, I mean, he was kind of like a little bit of a butt, like about the whole thing, kind of acting a little snooty about it, and not snooty, but like, but at the same time, it was kind of legit. Like, you're asking him all these questions about a movie that I was basically like a cameo in. So that was funny. Alright, let me do this, which 12 will get me an extra dude. We'll put a point in Will of the Crypt. Resummon. Yeah, let me wrap back around here and check that. Tell me Hugh Grant looked pretentious. I'm shocking. Hang on a sec. I don't even know what quest it is. I'm assuming I don't need more than one. Just dropping a second one here. Yeah, okay. Also, don't let my if you haven't seen Glass Onion, don't let my comment make you think that you shouldn't go see it. Lots of people really enjoyed it. But I think it's more enjoyable if you go in expecting it to be, realize it's sort of a, yeah, it's more of a comedy, sort of almost parody of a murder mystery. No, it's not here. Where the hell am I going? Slash thinly veiled social commentary. I think if I went in expecting that, I wouldn't have been as cranky. Where the hell is the northeastern group of dudes? There's no more northeast over here. Maybe this way? I was thinking northeast of the town, but I guess that's not what it says. Should I go into the cave? Or the mines? Someone in chat probably answered, but I don't know yet. I missed it. I mean, earlier it may have just, it was a little bit sort of rhetorical kind of whining about it. Check them out. I think this is something we follow up with later. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me do the, let me turn in the wards. Because I think there are follow-ups from each person here. Old mine. Yep. I'll clear out the mine. I already have a portal waiting for me there. Great. We're gonna go for another 15 minutes. Yeah. I'm not doing my inventory sorting here because we'll take the rest of the time doing that instead of murderifying things. Accidentally clicking on the portal there. Oop. Clear out Ugdenbotch pit creepers in the mine. Alright, well. Let's just... Here I go killing again. Our house here gives you a good visual cue of what's happening. Maybe. Yeah, if we snooped around the town, we might be able to get some hints that maybe things aren't on the up and up with these fine and lovely upstanding people. We're up to a total of 12 pets right now. 8 skeletons. 4 miscellaneous pets. 2 of which come from items. They're not even part of the build exactly, except items are part of your builds in these games. I suspect at some point we'll be getting rid of those items and replaced with something else, so 2 of the pets will not be forever. I think those girdles, but the girdles aren't... Yeah, no, these... I think it's because they all have resistances, and I have my resistance filter. More dynamite. Don't mind if I do. Locked door out back down the cliff is sus, if I recall. Uh-huh. Yeah, and that's the one that does turn into a dungeon indeed. If you turn against the town, the dungeon, you can go and farm a boss. But we sided with the town. Again, they seem like perfectly nice people. I can't imagine why you would side with the town. They even offered us a nice barbecue later. Some fried green tomatoes. Spoiler alert for like a 40-year-old movie? 30-year-old movie? I mean, that's not even spoil the plot. More of a funny joke than anything else. Oh, waist guard! No. That's the Pro Inquisitor. Dang. Alright, solar waist guard is a recipe I get later. That's what it is. There you go. Mine has been cleared. Part of me kind of wants to push to the other end of the mine just to see if there's anything else worth noting in here. Ooh, a couple of hero units here. Okay. It's Twilight Veil, +1 Occultist and +1 Arcanist. Burning Purifier. +4. Are these all Purifier skills? Or whatever, or Demolitionist skills? I don't know about Volcanic Stride, but Thermite Mine and Canister Bomb certainly are. Wow. In here. I don't even have a quest to kill this thing. Maybe it's a reputation table. Or bounty table thing. Well, you've turned through my minions. Luckily, you're nearly dead. Not like a loot orb left, right? Well, what's that? Okay. Well, I guess it was maybe worth pushing to the end of the mine. I still have to rescue one group of people. This is the wrong one. Still have to rescue one group of people. Oh yeah, I'm level 47. I can wear that shield. Was it this one I was thinking about? Lich Guard. Yeah, a little bit of flat damage. +2 raised skeleton. And I mean, a shield is nice for extra defense. I don't have anything else that's increasing my blocking or anything like that. I think this does represent a pretty decent upgrade. And yeah, the emergency button, when my health drops below 20%, keeps me alive. Yeah, I think it's worth doing. We're going to lose the +2 to Briarthorn and the +2 to its Ground Slam, which is unfortunate. And it does have a lot of percentage boosters, although the flat vitality is nice. Yeah, but I think the emergency button from the Lich Guard skill here, well, it's not an emergency button, it auto-activates. I think that might prove to be a big lifesaver, so we're going to do that. Plus, it looks cool. Did Yeah, I see. Like that's kind of where I'm thinking. I think the book might have still been better, but maybe because of the hardcore thing. Okay. I might just world map. Northeastern Ugdenbog. See, do I actually backtrack? Undergrowth, Laria's Den. No, I don't think so. Destroyed War. Well, I still have to get the... Oh, no, I get the Southern Ward, which is there. There's still an area down there. I guess I'm going to go there. I guess, in a sense, this whole area is northern Ugdenbog, and this could be northeastern Ugdenbog. All right, I guess I'm going to go down that way. Yeah, that might be how they think. That might be the description here. I guess that's fair. All right. I should really make sure I add a component to the shield. Oh, is my vitality at 80%? Yeah. I'll probably just put the Aether Ward, which will bring us up to 50%, 80% ethereal protection again, which is a pretty good number. Do not trap me. Oh my god, that's terrible. Wow, these guys love to root me. Please don't. Oh. And there's a hero dude in there that I hadn't noticed. Resummon my minions so they're around me. Yeah, still can't pick up another one. I already got that. I don't even think I've got a quest that needs it. Virtue. Just tell by the name that's not going to be for us, but gotta catch them all. Gotta go around this way. Yeah, those guys were fast and rooted. I did not like that fight. There's a bunch of these cages. Maybe they randomly spawn in different areas? I'm gonna go straight south from here to get the quest thing. Okay. That's what I get for, like, reading the quest. Well, or not, and you know, only reading it to a certain point. There's another Wendigo Glare. Good amount of resistances on that one. I suspect we'll end up using one of those. Devouring Swarm is an excellent shaman skill. Not one we're using, but it is really good. It's one you can get right from level 1 as well. Well, level 2. You only pick your quest there. But yeah, you can get it right away. And it'll level you through, like, the entire game. Okay, trap chest. Dugald. I wonder if there's any lore to explain who these people are. Hello. I'm here to save you. Do not resist. Okay. Then we'll get, there's at least one more follow-up quest. Maybe this person gives me a follow-up quest, and then the main person gives me a follow-up quest? Which is when we find out that, oh my god, spoiler alert, they're super evil. The expansions make the endgame more interesting. The Forgotten Gods expansion adds a sort of infinitely scalable endgame called the Shattered Realms. That is like the ultimate test of like how far can you push your build. Survivors, they're all good? Yep. Oh, good. Excellent. Oh, they've been taken in. Everything is safe and awesome. Perfect. Maybe that one doesn't have a follow-up.
I am...
Oh. So you just had a question mark when I was here a second ago.
Pleased to hear that you've been mingling among our people.
You're happy? Yeah, what's the problem?
We've always had tense relations with the nearby gathering of witches.
You don't say.
But so long as we stayed to our sides of the bog,
yes.
we generally had...
Laria the Hexer.
In many ways, we are just as much outcasts as they are.
Sure, I'll deal with Laria. That sounds totally fine. So this is one whose house I visited who told me to piss off. And then I can never find again, but I still have the map open. So I will use this as a reminder. Laria's den is down there. The quickest way is probably Ugdenbach Rift. Go. And it's basically immediately north, but we have to skirt around. There it is. They're totally good. A little gamey. Some seasoning. Yeah. Yeah, they're fine. No. They're, the survivors are being made into dinner. I mean, made dinner. I mean, we're feeding them. Oh. Okay. That looks really weird. It's like stuck on here. I'm not used to seeing that, like, the... Because normally when you hit a wall that you can't go through, it just stops you. But here it's actually bouncing me out. Must be it's just a slightly odd collision box on there. Hello.
I don't know who you are, but please leave.
The cult wants you to be dead. Nah, I'm not gonna kill you. Us, like, witches and stuff have to stick together, right? Well, avoiding conversation, lay low. Do not know why you're working with them, but you came to warn me. I suppose I won't ask. That means whoever sent you, then I'm dead. Yeah, so we don't have to kill. I don't know if, like, killing them is actually better or not. I think this way we might get more Coven rep versus Barrow Home rep. Don't she die anyway? Maybe, I'm not sure. So lost. I'm not sure if these people Quill is wondering lower about. Yeah, so the Coven of Agnaban are the witches that we're working with over here. And then right now we're interacting with the Barrowholm people who are less good. There you go. Get here. Everything's fine. Chest is unlocked. We are going to drop that item. Pick that up. Cool. Yeah, now we can go back to the Coven's Refuge. I mean, I didn't know why they didn't stick around and, like, you know, say hi to us. It's not like they're going and doing some sort of crazy ritual.
You've returned.
Terrible god, right?
Are you ready to complete? You chose to negotiate with the thieves. That is your business. All that matters is that the fetish is back in our hands. Now, for our end of the deal. In now forgotten times, our kind used to travel to Ugdumbog in order to perform dark bindings at the altar of Ratosh. The altar has not seen use in decades, and now lies forgotten.
Dark bindings, that sounds like fun. Let's do that.
However, it is a place where the veil between...
There's a lot of, like, gray groups, yeah, with this. Like, you know, when you go to Homestead, right, you can join one of two factions. The Chosen of Kaimon or the Order of Death's Vigil. And I think it's quite telling that, like, the literal Necromancer faction are less bad.
The altar of Ritosh is a rare
Yeah,
place
okay.
in Cairn.
Sounds
where
good.
one can...
I'll accept your
Now
quest.
that you have, ever since
And
the Ugdum
your other
Bog
quest.
fetish was
Hey, I have a
stolen-
bunch of
Yes,
those.
deep beneath
There you go.
Ugdum Bog. Good.
And I've already killed that as well. There you go. Tons of things we did. Tons of quest items we picked up, and a random dude that we killed somewhere along the way. Just turned in tons of quests back to back, which is great.
Goradi. It appears.
Yeah, I totally killed that person too. You're welcome. My God, we are efficient. Yeah, we pre-completed so many quests here. All right. Yeah, the Altar of Ratosh. We'll do one more. One more quest. So that's there. Do I just want to pump a bunch of points in the Will of the Crypt? Maybe? I think for now, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be just some bunch of raw extra DPS plus armor. Yeah, from here, if we just go north, that's where the Altar of Ratosh is. And I think there's a, once we do this ritual, I think we'll be opening up, there'll be another rift gate there. That'll be a perfect place to stop. My voice is no good. I gotta not record tomorrow. Jeez, my throat hurts. Not enough sleep. Rhino is streaming. Oh yeah, because it's too noisy. Yeah, I can still hear the hammering down here. I'm happy. It looks like it's not really being picked up by the microphone, which is great. But yeah, I can hear the like drilling and hammering from down here constantly. It's 2 floors above me. So I can only imagine that Ava can't really record with or stream with the noise right now. But yeah, Kerbal Space Program with Rhino. Sounds cool. We'll do a raid in just a scooch. We just have to, you know, one more turn this. Like that. Altar of Ratosh. Well, the constellation we're working on right now is the Staff of Ratosh. Yeah, the upstairs bathroom has basically been falling apart for ages. It's it was pretty bad, and that's a Kiss for Lux bathroom. So it's like, you know, let's finally get some people in here to do this, because it's well beyond what I can do. It had basically become unusable. All right, we go through the Chthonic Rift. Well, good things always happen when you go through the Devil's Anus, basically. Basically, everything's getting ripped out. Like the old shower and tub is being ripped out, replaced with a new one. The electrical is being redone. No, that... Yeah. I can do some small jobs or some things I've been able to do, but that was well beyond me and so freaking overdue. I don't think there's anything specifically we're here to kill in this zone. I think we're mostly here to just work our way through the zone. Oh, I've collected a Wendigo Spirit. Oh, that's probably what the Alpha Horn is. That it kept dropping over and over. You can turn that in whenever. But I might just do that, like, after the stream is over. I might just go and just turn things in. I'll also go through the inventory. Make sure everything's re-enchanted. Jeez. Minions dropping like flies. Which, to be fair, is kind of their job to die for me, but... Maybe there's not a waypoint until we clear our way through this whole place and fight a boss. Slicer. Nice item, but not for us. Placed my windows doors last year. That was my limit. Hired it out. Yeah. We really. Okay, I really have to stop streaming. Maybe we'll just It's not far from Waypoint. We might just pick this up again next time whenever more Grim Dawn streaming happens. I gotta wrap it up and stop talking. There are a couple windows in the house that do need to be replaced, and again, it would be one of those things where I'm not sure that I could do it properly. Last thing I want is like air gaps or anything weird like that, or moisture coming in or anything weird, you know, mold and mildew and stuff. So that might have to be something else that I look at doing. The problem is right now it's like, if I want to hire someone to do any work in the house in the town I'm in, it's like, yeah, well, book it. You're gonna have to wait like 6 months plus to book it. It's crazy. Like the bathroom side, I think it's for like 4 months ago that we signed the contract for it. And it was ludicrous. Anyway, thank you very much for coming out. Sorry my voice is giving out of a sudden. We're going to rate a Kiss for Luck channel where Rhino is playing Kerbal Space Program, and I'm going to see you guys on Saturday for Dwarf Fortress. Maybe I'll decide to do a bonus stream on Thursday or Friday or something for just random Grim Dawn stuff, although probably not tomorrow because of my voice. We'll see. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye, everyone.